Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, what is it called?
We don't have a name.
Oh shit, we don't have a name.
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome to our podcast. Yeah, it's the first episode. Coming to you live from Ari Mannis' aunt's garage.
This is Jessica Michelle Singleton.
And this is Ricky Luna.
Yay!
Yay!
And apparently Pee Wee Herman.
He's really fun.
I'm here too.
Ari Mannis is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay, we should turn that off now.
Well, Ricky's retarded.
And we'll get the fade.
Oh, okay. So, what's going on? This is our first podcast.
Yeah. By the way, thanks for tricking me into co-hosting a podcast with you.
Thank you for being like co-hostable and doing it.
You're like, be a guest on my podcast. I was like, I didn't know you had a podcast. I don't want to be the co-host.
Yeah, you should, and she is now.
Absolutely. Of course. I love you.
So, so Jessica, tell us what happened right before you came here.
Oh God, I'm training for the LA Marathon and I'm raising money for blind kids, because I'm a shitty person, so I need everyone to know that I do good things. And I just ran 18 miles.
Jesus Christ! Shit. What time did you start?
8:30. It took me exactly 4 hours.
4 hours to run 18 miles,
Which isn't bad, I think. Right? I don't know.
I think that's really good.
Would divide what's
It's like
it's
an
too
average of a
much
12-minute mile.
Okay.
Close to that.
Jesus Christ!
So I think I started out stronger, and to make up for I walked the last mile, just like dragging.
Yeah.
And so I brought in a plastic bag because I might vomit.
Okay, well, I really do hope that you puke just a little bit.
I hope there's no holes in the bag.
I know.
Me too.
Well, you're cleaning your own mess here.
Oh, absolutely. I would never dare ruin. I can't.
So you could throw up all you want.
I don't want to ruin your aunt's garage.
Girls like to clean.
Girls, some girls like to clean. Girls are really, really messy though. Some of them.
I'm super messy.
Are you super messy?
I'm not a pig. Like I don't leave food around, but like clothes, forget it. I have just like wads of paper on the floor.
Do you have a lot of clothes?
I have. You know what? I don't think relative to other women, I have a lot of clothes. Maybe I just don't have a lot of nice clothes. I have a shit ton of t-shirts.
Okay, what do you have more of, books or clothes?
Oh, clothes.
Okay, sweet.
What size t-shirt do you wear?
Small.
Women small.
Yeah.
Do you fit into mediums?
I mean, they go over my body, so I guess so.
But you wouldn't like wear it out on the town.
I'd probably wear it
more to bed.
Damn. Unless it's like a small medium.
Maybe it's small. I have stand-up talk t-shirts. That's why.
I'm willing to accept clothing sponsors.
I wanted to creep you out. Why? First, you're like, why is he asking me my size of my shirt?
Wear this shirt.
That's pretty good. Talk about this website. Talk about your website. Because I really kind of a little bit clueless about it too.
Stand-up talk. Well, if everyone has that mentality until they actually look at it. But
it's a great
standuptalk.com is I call it an online magazine about stand-up comedy, and it has interviews with comedians, reviews of open mics and shows, articles such as top 5 comedians who crush in Los Angeles, top 5 things comedians hate, top 5 shitty things comedians will do for stage time. We have deeper articles such as should stand-up comedians be unionized, and
absolutely not. But keep going.
Kenny Thomas wrote one on him comparing stand-up to baseball. I agree with you on unionization, by the way. That's what I discussed in the article. My point of view, and then, but then of course, what our newest chapter of stand-up talk is the podcast network.
Woo!
Yay!
So we got you guys, we got Teddy and Valentino doing one, I think, and maybe do you guys know Andy? He's a waiter at the Improv.
Oh yeah.
He might do one. He came and checked out the studio a couple days ago.
It's cool.
And Jeremiah might do one.
Jeremiah Watkins.
He already does one, but he might join the stand-up talk network.
I feel like how does a podcast with Jeremiah just like things are breaking? God, because he's so physical.
Right.
I don't know why. I just picture like, oh my God, the house. I love him. He's so funny.
I've only seen him at the Comedy Store and other stuff like that, and then I saw him randomly at like a show that he like got dressed up for and stuff. He wears this red.
His blazer.
Yes, red blazer.
Oh yeah.
I like it. It's like a
It's
signature.
fun.
It's super cute, but I was like, it shocked me, like threw me back. I was like, what are you doing? What's going on here? And then he wore a blazer, and it looked very nice.
I like it when people
put
in a little bit of effort.
Right.
As I clearly did, covered in sweat.
You're
glad people can't see us, is what I'm saying.
Running 18 miles, I think, is pretty much we're putting an effort right there.
I'm putting in effort to smell up the entire room with my body odor.
Okay, we're gonna have a smell off today. Ari, you tell us, who can you smell worse, because we're sitting
from here.
Yeah.
Luckily, I can't smell either of you.
Okay.
If I open my legs.
Let's make your friend who's coming the judge.
Okay, that's a great idea.
I don't want to throw up in the garage either.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have my baggie.
But no, I couldn't smell you guys. You didn't smell bad when you walked in.
Oh,
but I didn't smell you either.
Yeah, I was expecting you to smell really, really bad.
I feel like I do. I feel like I smell like a big bucket of turds.
You do not smell. You smell like a. Let me smell. You smell
covered in deodorant.
No, you don't. You smell like deodorant. You smell like girly deodorant.
Well, I put some on before I left to try to mask my musk.
That usually doesn't.
That's super good.
So
I always do no deodorant Saturdays, so I'm
no deodorant Saturdays. Is that sounds liberating?
Is that a Jewish thing?
Yeah, because I made it up and I'm Jewish.
It's pretty cool.
So now it is a Jewish thing.
Jewy.
This is like a Jewish community we're in right now.
Yeah, there's an Orthodox Jewish neighborhood.
Super.
Yeah.
I used to run through here and just
I actually saw you running one time.
You did?
Where was it? It was by a Wendy's, by a Mexican hair salon.
Vermont Avenue.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. How creepy is that? I'm like, that one.
I was getting my hair cut there.
At a Mexican hair salon for like $8, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so nice. Well, I never go to them.
And I saw you running outside.
It seems nice.
By Vermont over there?
Yeah, I used to live over in the ghetto. Like I lived like near Vermont and Melrose.
Oh my God, me too.
And just like gangland. And it helps you run faster.
There is a gang over there that's called MS-13.
13.
Yes.
Yeah, killers.
And is that what they're called? What does MS stand for?
MS, I don't remember. Something, they're from like El Salvador.
Oh my God.
And they're supposedly one of like the most dangerous gangs. And I didn't know that, and somebody told me while I was like, I live over there. I'm like, oh, that's MS-13 gang territory. And they're like, they've been featured on Gangland or some. And I was like, oh, great. Because I didn't have I had street parking. I come home late at night.
Yeah.
And then from then on, if I saw someone, no matter who they were, I just took off running.
Oh
I think this woman's a maniac. I'm like, ah.
That's wild. I always thought it was, I just couldn't get the MS to not mean multiple sclerosis in my head. So I was like, multiple sclerosis 13.
It's just a bunch of they're just like, mangled gang members.
Fuck you.
That's like so sad.
It would be pretty bummy. Hey, Jessica, I was reading on the computer that
I'm proud of you.
That what does hootie mean?
Hootie.
Yeah.
In relation to what?
To you. Somebody called you a nickname a hootie.
Oh, a baby hootie? It's because I'm a Chi Omega.
What does that mean?
It's my sorority, and that's our mascot's an owl.
What college did you
Which I never tell anyone I'm a Chi Omega because I don't want it to be a reflection of my sorority when I go up on stage and tell like inappropriate jokes. I went to the University of South Florida.
Okay. Cool.
I had a lot more class when I was in college. Wink.
What year did you graduate? Or did you not graduate?
I graduated 2009.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. So, I was a sorority girl, which I think surprises people because I'm, I don't know, rude and disgusting now. But all the hard work they did trying to give me etiquette just went out the window as soon as I graduated and was like, time to become a comedian. Here goes all my years of practicing trying to be a lady.
No. I mean, you've done really well with this. See, this is what I love. Like the other day I saw you standing in a circle of comics, and it was like, 8-foot tall black comic, and the circle went around, and then it was like tiny little Jessica, it was
what's up?
It was pretty cool. I was like, wow, look at this girl. She's like just totally infiltrated this whole little clique of people that all look the same. It's hard to do that,
Well, I think having a vagina helps me stand out a little bit.
Does it?
In stand-up comedy, at least.
Well,
a little, but you still need to be funny.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
Well, she's funny,
Unfortunately, not everyone is, I guess.
She's here.
But vagina's not enough.
Maybe we should both. Oh, then she's here, but she can't monologue that long. That'd be mean. Dude, you could pause it. You could pause the recording and get her.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be coming back right after we get Karla Guy. Pause it?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And we're back. We're back. Hi, Jessica.
Oh God, I'm chugging. What? I don't even know what this is. Grapefruit juice.
I'm
back.
That's so much acid. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, this is as close as I get to doing drugs.
Oh, babe, it's gonna be okay. We'll get you some drugs.
Yeah.
I don't think that would suck really badly.
I would not be fun on drugs.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm already just neurotic and like worried about everything.
Right. I think you would turn introverted. I don't think I would want to see that.
No.
Because you're the opposite of what you are when you're on drugs. Sometimes.
Really?
At least I am sometimes.
Oh, so I'd be happy.
It would be a momentary. It would be a momentary happiness. Oh wait, we have somebody at the door. Who
could this be?
Karla Guy!
Hi guys!
Yay! Welcome!
Karla,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
Oh my god, I thought you had died, babe.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Oh my god, because you know what? The last text message that I got was traffic hell, and then nothing. I was like, oh my god, where is she?
She was texting and driving, and we lost her.
Traffic hell because there was a long line at Pink's on La Brea.
And the line just extended to the street.
Yeah, the stupidest thing. Every time I come down this area, La Brea and Melrose, it's like, why are you standing in line for an hour for those
shittiest hot dogs in the world?
Horrible weenies.
Are we allowed to slander Pinks? It's not slander. If you've eaten the hot dog, you understand. They're just. Is that even slander? I don't. They're so good. They're boiled hot dogs.
I think that I don't know. Is that slander? Probably not.
Slander's no, because it would be slander if they weren't shitty.
You know, it's an opinion, and opinions are like children. Everyone thinks theirs are special, and they are. They are.
Yeah, mine are dead.
You're. Don't.
That's so stupid.
That's so
I'm
sad.
sorry. I have no kids. No one.
Oh,
no one loves me enough to come inside
You
of me.
can't. No. Oh, for the love of Pete. If that is what that means,
That's love.
then.
But
like,
anyways, that's why I'm late. I was standing in line at Pink's hot dog.
Oh,
What'd you
you
get?
sell out.
I got the biggest weenie ever.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've never
Now
eaten
I'm
there.
jealous.
I've only heard about that place on the travel shows.
Here's the thing I think about it.
Uh-huh.
They have a buttload of toppings, and you can, right? And I mean things you can get on a hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not a fan. I'm such an angry hot dog connoisseur, and I went there and I was like, boiled hot dogs. This is an outrage.
What's the weirdest thing that you can get on a hot dog there?
I honestly, I don't remember. I was drunk, and I was like, this is the worst hot dog ever. And why do we wait
I'm
in line?
coming back.
That has to be a bad hot dog if you're drunk and you're saying
If you're
this is
drunk
a
and
shitty
you're
hot
like,
dog.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's just, it's like, have you ever had a boiled hot dog?
Yes, I have.
It's just like the skin gets that plasticky feeling.
Does it boil? Do they boil them?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, there you go.
I think. If they're not boiling them, I don't know what they're doing.
I
Shitting
don't-
on them.
yeah.
Should we call
maybe.
them up? No.
They're eating them and then pooping them back out and then making a poop sauce.
I'm like,
to
don't
put
worry,
them.
we'll just cover it with chili and no one will taste it. No, it's so. I shouldn't get this upset about hot dogs. I'm like legitimately upset.
It's not
Like,
good.
fuck you, Pinks. I waited in line for this shit.
So how
And that was 2 years ago, and I'm still pissed.
Jesus. Drink
She's
some
so
more
bad
juice.
she has a pink top on. Anyway,
How have you been? I haven't seen you in such a long time.
I know. After our Comedy Store incident,
I know.
I disappeared.
Jesus.
I did. I just disappeared from the scene because I was like, I'm not going back out in public.
It's so horrible.
Was it a
Do you-
terrible
We're not
incident?
going to tell.
Are we going to
no,
talk
because
about
we're not
it?
giving any power to this ass.
Oh my god.
There was just some guy who was he's a comedian, and
He's not a comedian.
He's not a comedian?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's a wannabe.
He's a denizen.
What's that?
He's just a hanger-outer.
Oh, and his girlfriend was even worse.
A loiterer? Someone with a girlfriend? Oh, they're definitely not a comedian.
Yeah, most definitely.
No, it was just a weird situation, and as a comedian, you're so used to making fun of things, making fun of yourself. People make fun of you. You're used to that crap, but it was kind of off kilter.
Yeah.
Just
Anyway,
mean.
Yeah, it was just a mean thing to do, and then I don't know, it went into something else.
I
and
hate that shit.
It was okay, but I disappeared because I was like, I don't want to run into that guy again. So.
Oh no! Don't give him that much power. Show up.
No, but I mean,
you
I
totally should.
No, I know. I want to disappear for the scene. You know how sometimes someone will say something and then
need a
all of a
break,
sudden
too.
oh god, I can't do that joke for a long time.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. It was like something hit me and I was like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta
Aw.
go. I gotta go
I'm
focus
sorry.
back on my acting since I'm such a great actress.
You are. You're really cute. You're really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. I do have a YouTube channel. I have the Karla Guy official YouTube channel with 0 videos on there because originally I started a YouTube channel with my 2 Emerald City thing, and now I'm like, well, that's kind of my personal. So now I gotta get Karla Guy official.
Yay.
So I have to transfer
videos
everything
in
over.
for fun.
But you just type my name in. I mean, everything comes up anyway, so it
I
doesn't
know.
matter.
It's so lovely. I love these things because here's the thing about me. If I know somebody is on TV for.
Oh no, a donut just fell out of my mouth.
Despair.
Oh, help. Okay, sorry.
Oh my God, I love
A
your
donut,
laugh.
a donut just fell out of my mouth.
I'm
Okay,
so glad. First of all, I'm so excited because
Yeah.
I love both of you so much. I think you guys are like the funniest people. And
you.
have you guys never met each other?
No.
Never.
And I'm upset about that.
This is so fantastic.
It's because I disappeared from the scene.
Yeah. Well, it's because she's standing in line at Pink's Hot Dogs and I'm driving by throwing shit at everyone in line.
Hold on, I gotta get another donut.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I love the way that sounds. Sounds like tissue paper unwrapping a present. Do that one more time. Okay, okay, that sounds good. It sounds like crackly fire. Like if you could take fire and then eat it in like a yummy candy or something. That's what that sounds like. Have you guys ever seen the John Waters movie Pink Flamingos?
No.
I've never even
You
heard of
haven't?
that.
No, am I bad?
Such a great movie. No, it's you're not bad. You're not bad at all.
I haven't seen any movies.
Ever?
If this turns into like a movie podcast,
It's not.
you're gonna hate me.
Don't
I'm
worry.
Like, nah,
Wait.
nope.
Before you talk about Pink Flamingos,
Yes.
I watched all 4 seasons of Breaking Bad because I was sick for 2 weeks. You know, everyone's getting
Oh.
sick, which is awesome because I don't ever watch TV, and it was like. In 4 days, I watched 4 seasons.
4 seasons?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
that's
seeing
a
the
great
walls
show.
breathe because
Oh
I
my
thought
God.
I was on crystal meth. But
Oh my
anyway,
gosh.
What is up with that?
I don't know. So tell us about Pink Flamingos.
It's just there's just a fire scene in there, and they use.
Oh,
and
is that what it was?
And that's the thing. Oh my god. And I always get so hungry at that point because it's like I don't know why it just makes me feel hungry
Like for s'mores?
for something. I don't know.
Or
for a campfire.
hot dogs over a campfire instead of boiled?
yeah.
Pinks?
Yeah, that
Maybe
sounds
take a
good.
lesson. Okay.
Take a fucking lesson.
Still a little too angry.
It's
Okay, so what's going on?
Oh wait, I looked. Okay, so whenever I know that somebody's on TV or something like that, like I'm so glad I met you the way I did. I was sitting in the back door.
You didn't know it was on.
I didn't know anything about you, but Kevin Light, the guy who plays West Hollywood Jesus,
Oh, yay.
I
Jesus.
love him, and he came up to you and he said, oh, I've wanted to meet you for a while or something like that.
Yeah, to me.
Right, to you, right?
Which I didn't know what that was. I thought maybe Jesus was speaking through him.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It's possible.
You're like,
I was
oh,
like-
thank goodness I'm in.
I was like, Jesus, I did too, but I think that'll happen one day. Go ahead.
and then I met you, and then we were like having a lot of fun and everything, and then I went home that night and I like looked up your name on the thing, and like all this shit came up, and I was like, oh my god, because it's so stressful when you meet somebody like that's been on TV and it's cool like that, and if you're a nerd like me, like
You get like anxious about You're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, someone. TV.
yeah,
Well, that's another thing because, I mean, I'm not like super successful yet, but you know, I've done some stuff and
Yeah.
I don't really like talk about it because it's like, oh, hey, I did this. Hey, you better treat me this way. And
Yeah,
that's
which
not-
is terrible.
That's not me. I just kind of, I'm a normal person. I'm cool. I'm fun. And then if
Anyway.
they find out later that it's not awkward, but it's kind of like, oh, okay, Karla's cool.
it's so cool, and I
Yeah.
love that so much. Like Jessica was talking earlier,
Yeah.
how about she feels like, or she felt like it was like, oh, well, she was a sorority girl,
Yeah.
and then but with that training, sorority training, you kind of like infiltrated the Comedy Store, which is like the whole thing, and it's
That's my new sorority. Like this. Oh, you guys know it's fine. I was in a sorority, so I'll be able to hang out with all you men who are alcoholics.
it's true because you know the protocol, like when you're meeting a person that is of this status or of that status, or is you're who's pledging
Yeah.
you or whatever. You know how to treat these people and get away, but also get away with being yourself totally 100%.
Well, that's what I think I love about comedy. And I think that I don't know about you guys. That's kind of why I got into it because I was like, well, I just want to be myself.
Right.
Like I don't want to have to be like because I have a day job right now.
Wow.
And it's whatever. But like you have to put on this like. Oh my God, hey everybody, it's so great to be here. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking be here. I want to stab you. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. I love my job, but like, it's nice to just be accepted for who you are.
Right.
Like,
It is nice to be accepted for who you are.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I had an emotional moment.
It's okay. Thank you for crying for us. A little
Well, actually, I
bit.
don't want to be who I am. That's why I decided to become an actress.
And
Be somebody else.
let me
Anything
see
but
if
me.
these are right. Unless this is a different Karla Guy,
Oh
which
gosh!
I hope it's not.
No, there's a lot of them out there, and I was kind of mad. I was like, I you know what? I had
Oh.
I had these matches that I made because I was like, thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna put these all over Sundance, but then I slipped on black ice one year, and I was like, I'm never going back up there. So
oh my
God.
God.
it was a terrifying experience. I was so. Well, not
Wait.
to say I was so trash, but you go to these parties, if you've ever been to Sundance, there's parties, there's like, Turning Leaf Lounge, there's all these different things. And so I was drunk, obviously, but I wasn't drunk enough that I couldn't walk.
Right.
And, this black ice is black ice. No matter where you're at, you're falling down.
What's black ice? I'm from California.
It's just
It's like you don't
ice
see
patches.
it.
You don't see it, it's just like ice.
it's like an ice patch you don't see. If you hit it on a road, you'll slide.
Yep. If Karla hits it on the street, she
if
slides.
you walk over
God.
it. I saw a video of this like ice patch. Someone just filmed from their window, but there's like just this one patch of ice. They have like cones around it.
Yeah.
People kept walking by and like you couldn't get. Everyone's like whoa, like but they couldn't see anything there. But it's just like people falling down and like it's just so. It's terrible, is what it is.
Right. So I slipped on black ice, and the lady from Independent Spirit Awards picked me up. Yeah, and
You're
she
like,
said,
oh, thank God.
She said, make sure you contact me when you get back to LA. Of course, I lost the business card, but she's like, to make sure you're okay, because I biffed it. It was like, boom,
Oh, that's the worst.
and I was like, literally, okay, you guys, it was so bad, I was crying. That's how bad it was. I was like,
From the pain or just embarrassment?
both.
Did you fall on your tailbone or what?
I fell right on my ass.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah. So I had these matches that says, going back to what we were talking about, I had these matches that said, there are a lot of actors, but there's only one, Karla Guy. And then there wasn't, because when I went on the internet, I was like, there's a million of them. And I'm like, really? I can't write this. I was like, well, there you go.
There's a lot of actors, but there's only 40 million Karla Guys, and I'm one of them.
Exactly. So now they're just used for, bathrooms for men if they need them. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Like
men.
if you poop, and then you can do that.
For men.
Yeah, because we don't do that, us women.
My friend always says, hey, I ran out of matches for my bathroom. Can I have some of those Karla Guy matches? I'm like, yes, Sarah.
You never know who's going to go into that bathroom, though. They could be like, who is this
No,
person?
I know. Yeah, it's like Damon Wayans is like, oh, right on.
That's how you get discovered.
I want her on my show.
I found your matches in the bathroom of a 7-Eleven.
I was taking a big dump, and I looked, and there she was. Okay.
Or just the walking down the street.
Yeah, just walking down the street.
Okay, so are you the Karla Guy that has a great recipe for fajitas?
I do.
Okay, great.
I do make yummy fajitas, and let me just tell you one thing. I met Anthony Clark one time because he was being really loud. I was doing comedy, and he was being really loud and kind of like disrespectful. Sorry, but he was, and I didn't know who he was, and I basically, because I have yummy fajitas on my resume.
Yeah.
So I basically told
That's
him.
amazing.
I was like, shh, shut up, like quit it, stop it, quit. He was really loud. He was just talking like he didn't care, whatever.
Right.
Anthony Clark. So at the end of the show, he goes, do you know who I am? I'm like, yeah, you're the loud jerk in the back. He's like, ooh, I like your spunk. So anyways, that yummy fajitas always reminds me of him because he's like, I like your resume, Miss Yummy Fajitas.
That's hilarious.
But
That's awesome.
But someone's always like, take that off your resume. And I'm like, hell no.
That's a good thing.
Right? Because
Right.
I make yummy fajitas.
I want the fajitas.
I want the fajitas too.
Screw this podcast.
Know,
Give
right?
me fajitas.
No.
It's a secret trick. Go.
Okay, so you were also. It said on that resume that you said or that. Okay, I just because I'm so excited I can't even get the fucking sentence out. I didn't know I was pregnant. You were a guest star. What? No, can you talk about that a little bit?
Did you not know you were pregnant?
Or were
you just on the show?
There we go.
I was just on the show. But some people think like, some people don't realize it's a reenactment show, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you really had a baby in a toilet? And I'm like, no, I didn't.
What happened? What show is it?
They make right because you have to you're supposedly reenacting
Yes.
a real story.
Right. And she didn't know she was pregnant because
How do you?
at 13 she couldn't get her period, so she never had her period. So
I've always been afraid of that.
Oh
I mean, not personally, but I'm like, that's had to have happened.
I'm like, I'm afraid of not having my period. Actually, I'm afraid of not having my period.
Me
Yeah.
too. Yeah. No.
Is that a thing?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, because
kinda.
then you're like,
I'm pregnant.
what?
No.
And it's like,
Because then you're like, I didn't know I was pregnant.
So you get your period, but you're fearful that the next one will not come, or what?
Well,
I think
if
it's just
you're-
a general thing. And even it's like I haven't had sex. I have an irregular period. So then all of a sudden, like, it's a couple days late, and I'm like, oh God, it's an immaculate conception. And I'm like,
I know it's a mind thing.
Yeah.
I think.
I've spent a ridiculous amount of money on pregnancy tests during times that I wasn't even having sex because my period would be like 2 days late, and I'd be like, what happened? I sat on a toilet seat and there must have been some sperm. And then I'm like, oh, I'm not fat. I just must be pregnant. And I'm like, oh.
Okay, I heard that you can feel like as a woman you can feel when you're pregnant,
When it happens.
like not when it happens the day, but like you can definitely feel like I'm pregnant. Like
I
Well,
can't say for sure.
I don't
but
think so. I've never been pregnant, so we don't know. But literally, that woman didn't know she was pregnant, couldn't get her period. Basically, went her whole entire life in, and then she had some back problems, right? She had indigestion back problems, all this like weird stuff. So she kept going to her chiropractor because she was like, she would feel these pains.
Oh my God.
Well, she was a big woman too, so
Okay.
it wasn't like. And then they were talking about weight gain because she was depressed because she lost her job. So basically, all of a sudden, she had the baby in the toilet. The guy, she kept going back to the chiropractor. He kept doing adjustments, and then she had the baby in the toilet. Didn't know it was a baby. Had the baby in the toilet.
Didn't know it was a baby?
No, she just heard this.
Oh my God, my turds are crying.
No, she was literally, are the coyotes running wild? Because her husband, she's like, oh, honey, it worked. The laxatives worked.
Her husband.
And she's like on the wall. Oh, the laxatives worked. Oh,
Wait, can we just back up for a second? This woman has a husband.
Yeah.
And the laxative
Well, you
work.
gotta realize they're probably from a really small town and they live in an area where they have double wides and never been out of their South Carolina homes.
Right, no sex education and
Right,
all that.
and if you didn't think you were gonna get pregnant, that's back to the title of the show. I didn't know I was pregnant.
She didn't know.
I just didn't know that she didn't think that was a baby crying, and then there was coyotes outside.
There's coyotes running. After you gave birth, and you're still like, what's that? No, like, oh my God.
That must have been a really big boop.
What was the weird? Did you get any so you reenacted that scene where you were in the toilet and everything like that. Now, what was was there any direction that the director gave you that you were like, okay, don't laugh because you just said that, or
No. It's funny though, but Jeffrey Daniels, he was awesome. He's a great director. He started that. That was the very first scene, which was the last scene in the movie or in the show. He did that first. He's like, let's just get it out of the way.
Oh, that's good.
I had my underwear on, but it was like my pants were pulled down. I was sitting on the toilet in pajamas, and he was just like, just go for it. And he's like directing me. So I was just like, I gotta push.
Oh my God.
So
that's crazy.
because she thought she had indigestion or her she had just shoved a laxative wherever you do.
A suppository?
That one.
Oh, a suppository.
That one, yeah. That's what I meant. You shove that something, and then she's like, I think it's working. So
wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the sad thing is that there's like enough people that have this problem that they made a whole show about
That's
it.
great.
That is true.
You know why? Because if that's like an ignorant thing, and that's also one of those things where you're scared. It's like eating glass accidentally. You don't know what's gonna happen.
What?
But let me tell you, because the other day, it's like, nobody talks about it because you feel stupid. Oh, I didn't. But
or
now,
eating a penny or a quarter or something.
Yeah, or something like that. I ate some glass the other day.
You did?
Yes. I was really, really hungry. Okay.
What? You just
You were just eating glass?
I ate a piece of glass accidentally. I think. I don't even know. It was so tiny.
You were like, I'm hungry. Let me chomp on this glass.
Well, it's really, really stupid how the glass got into my food because it was my own fault. I will say that. It was really, really a stupid thing.
So you were worried it might cut you up?
I was worried. I had the worst paranoia that it was going to cut up my tongue or it was going to come out in my esophagus and I was just going to start vomiting blood from my pores. I don't know.
Oh my God, or cut your stomach, internal bleeding.
Right, it freaks me out because you know why? Because the acid that's in your stomach, it can't dissolve a penny, but will it
It'll dissolve food and all that's left over is glass.
Right. And I just didn't want that to go pass through me. But I was too scared to talk about it with anybody because it's like one of those embarrassing things. It's like, ugh, how can you be so ignorant about your own body? I
swallowed glass today and I don't understand.
I swallowed glass again.
And I looked online and there were so many people that were paranoid of the same problems. They were like, oh, what do I do? Is there gonna, am I gonna bleed from my eyes now? Oh my God.
Wait,
oh my gosh, we should have an hour where it's Ask Ricky.
I'll look it up. I'll type it in on the internet and I'll give you advice.
I will give you the answer.
Ricky, I accidentally swallowed a Band-Aid today. Does that mean I'm gonna get?
You are transsexual now. I'm sorry. That's just the way that it works on a molecular level. Your genitals will be experiencing a change. It'll take about 2.5 months.
All that from a Band-Aid.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, also you were on the 10 Items or Less pilot.
Oh yeah, that was the very first pilot when it ever aired. Before it was ever airing.
Oh really?
Yep.
That was it was like on Fox or something a long ass time ago, right?
Long time ago.
Yeah.
And I don't even. It was one small scene with me and I don't know who it was, where it was ice skating. I was hired as the ice skater. And that was the pilot. So I never really gone back and found it.
It's on Crackle.
Did you find me?
I didn't. I just watched those episodes the other day, and I was like,
was it the pilot? Was it the actual pilot?
There was. Oh, maybe that was a sign.
It was the Gollum one. He was trying to be Gollum.
No, okay, no, it wasn't. It was a different one.
Okay, I never saw it. I don't know if it ever aired. I'm like, I don't even know if I was cut out. I don't remember.
I'm gonna look at it.
Okay, I'm gonna go look it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what else do we got for me?
And you were also on Dance My Ass Off or
Yeah.
Dance your
Ass Off.
ass off. That's amazing to me.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty awesome with like Tracy Turnblad after she was off Broadway, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, Marissa Jarrett Winokur.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
So-
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about that show and it's like, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize I was gonna be on the hot seat
Oh
today.
yeah, that's like you know.
No, it's not hot. I mean, it's hot, but I mean, like,
It's
I was
like
like,
HAUGHT.
wow. It's like, Karla Guy, we have pictures of you when you were walking down Melrose trying to stand in line for a Pink's hot dog. Please tell us about what that experience was like. No, but Dance Your Ass Off
Yeah.
is an awesome show.
Talk about that for a little bit.
Okay, so basically the producers wanted to put together, because you know, like Dancing with the Stars and how they all
Yeah.
lose weight, and then they wanted to put together a bunch of fat people to dance their
So
asses
you get,
off.
so you get the both aspects.
Yeah, and it was kind of, I don't know, I was like a little worried at first, thinking, oh, they're going to make fun of us. But then they're like, no, it's going to be a heartfelt show. So I'm like, okay. And I really was on that path of losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, my friends were like, just do it. So, because I can dance too. I
Yeah.
used to win like contests in gay bars when I was younger.
That is
What?
hot.
Yeah.
You have a clip. You have like a sketch on there that's like a dance competition, which is really. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's really funny.
Oh, yeah, Van Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How did you? What was your audition like for that?
To tell you the truth, I knew the guy, and he knows I could do the worm, and he knows, like,
you can do the worm.
it's
That's
on a
my-
resume.
yeah, that's my
You're my hero.
that's my signature. I get called in for that a lot.
Just to do
Oh
the
wait,
worm.
you did it on the show too, huh?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did on the show, and then recently I went in for a commercial for, but they said they didn't want circus acts, and I'm like, what are you trying to say? I'm a big circus act? No,
Have some respect. This
yeah.
is the worm.
yeah, exactly.
And then she gets up and starts making fajitas.
This takes talent. Yeah, this takes talent. I forgot what not American Express, because that was another one I just went on. Green Giant.
Oh, with the green beans?
Yeah. Green Giant. They wanted stupid human tricks, and I
Uh-huh.
got called in for that because I have the worm.
Yeah.
And they didn't want, after we, there's contortionists there. Then they put out another breakdown saying that they didn't want that. So didn't they realize I'm the worm girl?
Wow.
Oh, that's why they brought you in.
They said
What
they
do
don't want circus acts.
Yeah, that was like.
And then they have a contortionist girl.
They have
Well, they said
contortionist.
they didn't want circus acts, contortionists. They changed their mind to stupid human tricks like, can your dog do something funny?
Which isn't even a human trick.
Yeah, on the street. Yeah.
Like, look, I can balance
blow-
a broom on
can
my
you-
finger.
Yeah, can you blow bubbles out your nose? Something stupid. Like.
Some crap.
But it was fine. I loved the audition. It was fun. I'm glad.
That's fun.
I like doing commercial auditions. I think theatrical ones are a little bit more stressful
Yeah.
because there's a lot more on the line, I think.
Yeah.
You know, like your career.
Yeah.
Or a commercial, it's like, oh, you
just
know.
have fun,
Yeah,
yeah.
it airs and then it's gone,
No one's
Wait,
gonna-
I think someone else is coming in. Is that someone coming in?
It's Ari Mannis. Give it up for Ari Mannis, everybody. Our producer,
And my masseuse. No? Okay.
French masseuse.
Oh la la. Okay, so what's up? Anything else?
I don't know what else about that show because that's just so cool. Here's the worst thing is that I discover these things like way after they've already been played out and everything. I'm so because I have no TV and I was like
Oh my god, me neither.
hell of couch surfing everywhere. So I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. You did that. Wow. Wow, Karla, that's really great.
I'll show you what I'm working with.
Yeah.
That I actually went off in pole dance week, which is awesome.
Because what? There's a what?
We had a pole dance. Like the third week was pole
Oh,
dance.
you got.
Yeah.
Oh, you went off in pole dance.
I
week.
won the first week.
You're too classy. That's why.
I know.
What did you do to win the pole dancing thing?
I didn't win.
No, she got
you
voted off.
I got voted off.
Like, sorry, I'm not a hooker, America.
You
Exactly.
see this pole right here?
No.
It's a pole. We have
Oh my god!
There's
you have a
literally-
pole.
We have
Was
a-
it?
This was not planned.
Wait a minute.
No.
Oh my god!
What is it?
This is a pole.
We
And
heard that you had some trouble pole dancing, so we brought in. I don't know why our producer Ari has a stripper pole in his aunt's garage, or why his aunt does.
Why
in this
is there a pole
very
here?
traditionally Hasidic Jewish neighborhood.
She's a pole dancer for a living.
Who's a pole dancer?
His
Is that
his
her?
cousin is a pole
Oh,
dancer for a
let me.
living.
Oh,
Is she like? Does she? We're like yelling at you. You're not even. Does she do it like aerobically or like?
yes. And you know what?
I heard it's an amazing workout.
It's so hard.
Kudos to her because it is hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. You have to have upper body strength.
Which I have none of. That's terrible.
What was the hardest part for you for pole dancing? Just pulling yourself up, or? Oh, that sounds kind of rude.
Did you watch it? Did
No,
you watch pole dance?
I didn't. I didn't because I don't have a TV. I was reading all this on the internet.
First of all, fat people should not be on the pole.
Why?
So they should have saved that like later on in the
When people had lost more weight.
Yeah, I think so, and because it was just kind of pole dancing.
It's just like
really.
it's just an embarrassment. Like
It was like, oh my gosh! I saw the pole. Like there's a clip on me on Hulu, and
it's just a traditional.
It's just me
stripper
going.
pole.
Yeah, it's me going. I saw the pole, but I wasn't thinking anything of it. And then they said pole dancing, and I'm like, pole dancing.
Yeah,
Who would ever think? Put chubby fat people in poles? I don't know.
They're like, this is gonna be a hit, and then the show got pulled off the air.
Well, no, it went to second season, but they changed like the concept. But actually, the people that were doing it was like a routine with the pole, so everyone did really good.
Oh wow.
That's cool.
I mean, yeah, I'm happy I didn't make my daddy proud.
Yeah, well, I mean, if there's a week to get voted off, you can feel good about it being pole dancing week.
Yes.
Right.
You
Exactly.
can be like, I'm sorry, I'm a real dancer. Don't tell your cousin we said that, Ari.
I just tried to climb this pole earlier and I hurt myself. And I think I this is very hard to do.
There is a gold pole right here, and I'm gonna touch it. Hold on.
I get hurt looking at that. Like I can't even.
I'm sure you would be able to do it.
No, I have no upper body strength. I could maybe climb it and dangle from it with my legs.
Is this like an homage to your cousin?
It's a trophy. Is it?
Imagine she'd get up and that was the first. She's like, ugh, before breakfast and coffee, I do at least half an hour of pole dancing.
Pole.
Dude, she'd be cut. I need a pole
She
dance.
has I know she has a shirt that says "I do pole." I'm gonna get one of those.
Yeah.
You should get matches made up of
I do
Karla
pole.
Guy, I do pole. Are you the Karla Guy that does pole?
And I also have yummy fajitas, as a matter of fact. And then you spark up a match. And
Is there anything else? Is there anything else you got
Oh
there?
my God, what else did I say? There was so much, and there was so much on there. I couldn't put it all on there, but
I did an MTV pilot, and did you see the one where I was running naked?
I did not.
What? Naked running, that's my dream.
Almost running naked.
What
It was called Revenge of the
Vagina?
Geeks, and it was for MTV, and then I guess it got into like litigation, and one had one idea, the other one had another idea, so they never actually did it.
Bummer.
That happens.
Yeah.
Like you want to go to Florida, I want to go to New York, and then we don't go.
Because you can't figure out.
Yeah.
Well,
We can't meet in the middle. Anyway, so that's what happened, but I still have like a little segment from it.
that's pretty hot.
It's just a clip of you running naked through.
Yeah, basically it's like a little spoof on Hanes underwear, and then it's Hanes for Geeks because Revenge of the Geeks, and then basically our clothes disappear and we're in our underwear running.
Jesus.
Amazing.
Lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Karla Guy almost naked.
That's pretty hot.
I envy you. I want to just do roles where I'm only in my underwear and a shirt for the viewers.
And running with boobs like you. You have very,
I have big boobs.
Yes, you have big
I
boobs.
know, right? Oh my gosh.
Do you get a lot of gay guys coming up to you and like wanting to touch your boobs and stuff like that?
No.
You don't?
I don't. Maybe drag queens.
And do they just grab them? How do you feel about that?
I don't care. Maybe drag queens.
Maybe
They're
drag.
like, honey. You know what I mean? And they press on them, honey.
Oh my god.
What do you do? Now, where are you meeting these drag queens?
West Hollywood.
West Hollywood. What nights do you go, or what do you do?
I haven't been in a while. Because I remember I disappeared.
Yes. You did.
Where's Carmen Sandiego? Where's
Where
Karla?
in the world is
Karla
Guy?
No, I literally did. I disappeared. I was like, I'm gonna take some time. Anyway, on Sundays is where I don't know, drag queen bingo, or there's
at
Drag queen bingo.
yeah,
or the other one,
Mary's.
or the other one is Rage, or what's the other one? Rage and the
Mickey's.
I think they have some kind of go-go dancers, and there's a lot of, they're everywhere.
They're so crazy.
And you want to hear a really cool gay story?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Of course.
Karla Guy, which some people say Karla Gay because
Karla
they can't read.
Yeah.
Okay, but when I think it was 15, 16, that was the very first bar I ever went to. Rage. Yeah.
And that's a gay bar, right?
How did you get in when you were 16 years old?
I had a fake ID.
And then big old titties.
I know,
You
right?
Get anywhere with those things.
Even in West Hollywood.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it was cool. And I went
Someday.
with somebody, and it was kind of funny because I was, you're clueless. You're not really clueless, but you're just like, yeah, I'm in a bar.
Yes, I'm
Right.
at a bar.
And there's people, there's girls, there's guys. It's not like,
Did you know it was
It's
a
not
gay
like you
bar?
walk in and everyone's fucking each other and you're like, oh, this
Right.
is
Do
going
you
on.
know it was a gay bar before?
I
or-
didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. I was just happy to drink.
Okay.
And
I got in.
oh my god, an alcoholic at 15.
16.
Me and Drew Barrymore. Anyway,
So you walked into Rage.
yeah, we were just hanging out, and then I was having a cocktail. I think it was like a Midori sour or something
Ooh, that's
gentle.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
classy.
this woman started talking to me, and then who I was with was like, hey, no, that's
That's fresh fish. You can't have this fresh fish. This is mama's. This is mama's.
This is mama's fresh fish.
Yeah.
no, they're like, keep away from my, so
Yeah, because you're 16. Now
my
that's,
sister. So
now that's the worst thing. It's like when you meet somebody when you're 16, you have a fake ID. Obviously, you have to be 21 to be in this bar. So if somebody hits on you, they're involuntarily kind of.
Being
Yes.
a total pervert.
Yeah,
But they
exactly.
don't know.
well, actually, they could probably go back to the courts and be like, well, I didn't know she was under.
Exactly. That'd be
And then
great.
and then the blame would be on the bar, right?
Probably.
I wonder if the bar would get shut down. or anything
You
like that.
could statutory rape someone in a bar.
You could frame somebody
And
to
blame the bar,
There you
everyone.
go.
That's what we learned today.
That is so
Rape
great.
in bars.
rape in bars.
So
Just kidding.
That was my rage story.
Now, what did you get drunk there? Did you?
Yeah, and then we went to Disneyland the next day, which I was hungover.
Oh, hangovers at Disneyland are the worst.
That would be horrible.
Yeah,
The
especially at
happiest place on
16.
earth.
Huh?
The happiest place on earth.
You're
I
like,
love
"Mwah,
Disneyland so
mwah,
much.
mwah." Me
You go
too.
to Disneyland a lot, don't you? Too?
No, you know what? When I first moved out here, I got I had an annual pass, and I would go all the time. But then I just don't want to pay the money, and so now I'm having Disneyland withdrawals.
Here's what happens when you have an annual pass. Not everyone has an annual pass,
Uh-huh.
and not everyone wants to pay the $100 and something to go to Disneyland.
So then
for
you're
the day.
just
Right.
scrounging and desperately trying to find people to go with.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to Disneyland?
Then you
by
end up on the
yourself?
Pirates
No,
of Caribbean
but
by yourself.
I had a friend.
All alone going.
Yeah. I had a friend
That's
that went
so
alone,
cool.
and like she's like, "Well, I just went by myself because I have the pass." And then she posted a picture of herself on Splash Mountain alone, and I was like, "That's so sad." Like even it, like, cause I thought it would just like magnify your loneliness.
In the pictures where she's like, when they do the flash thing, and she's like,
She's like, "Yay, alone."
She's
by
like,
yourself.
one.
So I would just be
Finger
walking
one.
around passing because you pass happy couples and families.
well,
and
it's
you're just
fun
like,
with kids.
eating a corn dog and being like, "I'm gonna die alone on
Hey,
Indiana
I
Jones."
would
I've
think
gone
that.
on to the fair by myself because nobody wants to go to the fair.
I
Nobody
love
does.
the fair.
I know. I want to go, and it's too
I'm
hard
white
to get
trash.
it organized.
I want to go to the fair. I'll
Yeah.
go with you to the fair.
Okay, it's hard to get people organized to go there.
The
and
same
do
date
it, you
and
know?
like,
I gotta work, or I got a gig, or blah blah blah.
or
No,
I
you
just
don't.
don't
You
do
just don't wanna go to the fair.
Yeah, just be honest and say no then.
But when you go to Disneyland by yourself, you don't do rides. That's really weird. And you go to like the Tiki Room, or well, you can do Pirates of the Caribbean.
because
See,
no one can
basi-
see, so you can be alone in
'Cause they
shame in the
pat-
dark. Yeah,
So you clean
you
up.
can't be out on the teacup like woo by yourself.
I'm
I'm
alone.
not strong enough.
I'm alone.
You just spin so fast, spin so fast by yourself and vomit,
and you're crying.
crying and just puking
I
everywhere.
would, I guess so. That's kind of the same thing about sitting at home on Facebook and looking at everyone's pictures and going like, wow, that's so cool. Look at everything. Because I have a lot of, I used to live in San Francisco, and so now I see all the cool stuff that I was doing in San Francisco. Now people are coming up in their thing and taking over, doing other stuff. And I'm like, I want to be doing that because I'm like, quiet, nobody out here, I just have the same schedule running around doing the thing, and it's like, I want to be a drag queen again.
Go be a drag queen again.
It's so hard to be the kind of drag queen that I am kind of, because okay, so the drag queens, like the real tranny drag queens, the real fishy girls, they would say you're not a drag queen. You're like a
Because you have a beard.
you're like a
Cross-dresser?
No, what do they call? They called me art tarded. Because basically
Art
what my
tarded.
drag was like if you took a little girl and then grew her up to did you just burp or fart?
No, I just ran into the microphone with
Oh
my
god,
ear.
okay, thank god. I was like, the vomit's
And,
coming, ladies
and I
gentlemen,
did. I
stay
did that to
close.
cover up the sound of me farting.
Okay.
So.
She had pigs.
But what was I talking about?
You were talking
yeah,
about
drag
art
queen.
farted.
Art being an art tard.
Art
yeah.
tard. Oh, art tard.
And there's just like, if you took a little
So
girl.
you were a little girl drag queen.
Yeah, but if you took a little girl and grew her to 30 years old, but she never had her period and she never got her breasts, and she was kind of like a forgotten animal.
An Italian.
That's
'cause
pretty
she's
much-
gotta
is
be-
that
She's
what it
kind of
is?
like those people that go to Disneyland by themselves.
Kind of.
The forgotten ones. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like you're an old lady, you still haven't gotten your period. God has
You don't
forgotten
use it,
about
you'll
me.
lose it.
When? Yeah, that's what I was. So it's kind of hard to like.
So they didn't like your drag.
Well,
style.
the
You
thing
weren't
is
like
that-
fabulous.
Yes,
You were just like
well, I was fabulous in my own
in
way.
your own way,
Because
but
when
you
you're,
weren't the glittery.
well, I was very glittery.
Well, I don't understand then.
It's very hard. Just if you look at my Facebook, you'll be able to
will.
see some pictures. How horrible! It was a frightening animal. I'll tell you that.
Did you have your beard too with it?
I didn't have this beard.
Did
I
you
was-
do the full makeup?
I did full makeup. Sometimes in the Ding Dong show,
So
I'll
you
do.
were like,
I saw you once in the Ding Dong show.
I
But I,
haven't
think you
seen
had
it,
the beard.
sorry.
Yeah, I had the beard.
And-
Ding Dong. I haven't
And
seen
are you
it.
always
Ding
covered
Dong
in
shows-
blood?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sounds so weird. He was covered in blood.
I was. Which one was that?
I don't know. I think it was a special one, like around Christmas time, maybe. People were singing songs.
Oh.
Are they always singing songs? Though?
Kind of,
I
yeah.
don't know. I've never seen it.
It's every Monday at 10 o'clock or 10:30.
Is that the Comedy Store?
it's
Yeah, in the belly room.
You should come
Until they
back
ban
there.
that jerk, I'm never going back there.
The thing is that
Dear, who's that guy? Who's the guy that his mom owns it? What's his name?
Pauly Shore.
Oh, that guy. Dear Polly Shore.
Oh no.
What?
No trash talking Polly Shore.
No,
No, we're not.
I love Polly Shore.
Oh, I was like, no, Paul.
no.
No,
I was
he's
like,
great.
Dear Polly Shore, kick this jerk out. The end.
Okay, I got scared.
No, because what happens
I
is
was like, no, Paul, I love
that's
him.
your business. You don't need that kind of horribleness in your business. And he just exudes. I'm going back to him. Sorry, but he exudes that whole. You know what I mean? Like
Negativity. Negativity. That's what.
Oh, these are the horrible. This is the only thing that is kind of a bummer about comedy sometimes is that the people that are already in place. And if you're not already in place, then you kind of have to maneuver your way. Because the same thing, when I came here, the same thing happened to me. And I had to kind of like work my own angles and just be there all the time. And
I've hung out at the Improv. I've had no problems over the years.
I
Improv's
love the
different,
improv
though,
too.
yeah.
It's just a different vibe.
And by myself.
It's
But
easy
I
to-
got used to being by myself at
I've been to the
comedy
Comedy Store
clubs.
many times. It was the very first time that ever happened. I was like, who is this horrible person?
Yeah.
It was, right?
Yeah, I mean,
It was the word. It was like, I don't know. I was getting bullied. I should have started a bully campaign.
oh my God, I can't stand it. You know what?
I got bullied.
I like bullies a little bit. I mean, bullies.
Bullies give people character.
Yes,
I get
they
angry
do.
at anti-bullying campaigns. I'm a terrible person. I'm like, no, bully people because I had to be bullied and I'm okay.
Exactly. Because you know what? Here are the two
I was
avenues.
bullied.
Were you bullied?
That's what it was.
Did you commit suicide? No. You're a wonderful, beautiful, intelligent
How
person.
crappy am I? Never mind.
What?
I'm not even gonna say what I'm like. Oh well, survival of the fittest.
It's not. That's
Get
not
your
crappy.
mental state together. If someone calls you a nerd or a loser and you hang yourself, like that's. I mean,
Oh well.
No, but there
hey,
might have been a lot of other things involved.
The thing is that it's their choice. It's their body.
And they're hormonals.
A lot of people ask me
Ugh,
why
when
I
they're
committed
younger.
suicide, and I
Right.
said because I can't have an abortion. Because it's my body. I will do with it as I please. Essentially, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so, I mean, no one,
No, I love Pauly Shore, by the way.
He's very cool.
Are you BFFs with him?
No, I just don't want to
be negative.
Jeopardize.
negative because I'm trying to be a comedian.
No, of course.
Oh, no.
He's great.
I
Oh,
will
he's
never
great.
diss on a comedian
Yeah.
unless there was that comedian.
He wasn't a comedian.
Okay.
He's not a comedian.
It's not
Because
a comedian.
It's not a comedian.
At
No,
all?
so
But you know how sometimes in comedian circles they're like bro dudes that'll hang out.
They
and they'll
just
be like-
loiter.
kind of, yeah. There's a couple people that are
Oh.
like that, and
but the
but
thing
he's the best thing about this guy that even though he was like, the best thing about him is that he does not consider himself a comedian. He's like,
Oh,
he knows
he's not pretending to.
he's-
He's,
yeah.
not like I'm a comedian, but doesn't go up. Those are the
Exactly.
most frustrating.
Yeah.
that
parts
would
for
be me.
It's
Oh.
well, but you're also working. You
I
have
know.
your career.
Yeah,
you're
you're
things.
doing other things.
That would be me. I stopped that for a while. I got to write new stuff. Go ahead.
You're a different type of soldier because you know what? So certain soldiers have to be in the comedy clubs, working the front lines. You're out in over there, making people happy all the time and buying
No.
Jolly Green Giant stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're doing the worm.
Yeah, son of a sea hag.
No, but I love Pauly Shore, and I would date him if he would date me, but he probably would never, so there you go.
Circle one, yes, no,
I should
or
get him to
maybe.
know his mother first, and then, oh, honey, I got a great
So
girl
do-
for you.
So what do you guys think of my earrings?
I didn't.
Oh,
even
I
know
like
you
the
had
pink
them on.
earrings.
Oh,
Do you
they're
like
cute.
them? They're fun, huh?
Pink seems to be the word today.
It's pink is the
Are
word.
those roses?
Yeah, they are.
Beautiful.
Because my roses smell like poo poo. And as I was stealing this, Ahmed was behind me. For some random reason, he was there in the
Ahmed.
yeah.
Ahmed.
Who was he?
He's this comedian.
He's a
comedian. He's on Sullivan.
Sylvan
Son?
and Son. Yeah, he's really funny. what, Middle Eastern?
Yes.
comedian?
Okay.
And his
Super
name's
funny.
Ahmed.
Okay, then I probably
So
know what
nice.
you're
They
saying.
named him twice.
Super cute. That's his real name too.
I know. He's very attractive. I kept trying to get like all my friends to make out with him at Russell Peters' party. I was like, someone love him. Someone make out with him. I was just so wasted and screaming at people.
That's hilarious.
You wanted to make out with him.
No.
No, he was like.
I'm just an admirer.
I thought he was watching me steal these
Ari,
earrings.
are you single? Oh, okay.
Ari's,
What love connection going on here?
I did meet a Playboy model on.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
He's dating a Playboy
No,
model.
I'm not dating. But
You're
He's-
dating a Playboy
he's
model.
getting
Never mind. Go ahead.
trying to fit myself inside of her this evening.
You're gonna try to put
Never
your
mind.
penis
He
in
wants a
her.
Playboy girl. What's it? Go and Ricky,
Listen,
you were
here's what what I always want to do since Ari's like, ooh, this is what I want to do. I want to be like a matchmaker. I think that's so cool. There was this one girl that I know. I know one girl.
You know
and
one
I've been
girl.
trying to pimp her out. I feel like such a pimp because I've been trying to pimp her out to all my guy friends that are like lonely. She's
Obviously
really cute.
not if he's still struggling.
I know. The thing is that she's a little bit crazy. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie. She's
well,
a little
we're
bit
all
crazy.
crazy.
I know, but like she's a little bit crazy.
Does she like Jufros?
I don't know.
Does she like Jufros? Who doesn't
She's-
like Jufros?
Jufros are awesome.
Jufros are awesome.
Especially in this
I
town.
love this neighborhood too. I said hi to the two guys.
I know. I feel slightly. I was telling Karla before. I was like, I feel a little bit like I shouldn't be in this neighborhood because I feel like I'm like ruining the whole aesthetic. You know what I mean? It's like when you have. It's
You're
like
not
the
Jewish
Jewish
enough.
aesthetics.
I know. It's like when you have.
Be in this neighborhood.
It's
Well,
like
if
when
he's
you
not
have
Jewish enough, we're
M&Ms
fucked.
and Skittles together. It's like
Oh,
okay.
that's so weird.
I'm expecting one thing, but I get a savory taste. I feel like I should. I don't know. But it's cool. I've never been exposed to Jewish people in my life. Is this totally ignorant to say?
Ever?
I feel so
No.
hillbilly right now.
Why?
I don't know. This is the first time in my entire life. I'm
Those are
30
my favorite kind.
31 years because they
Because the way they dress.
they look so cool.
Because they're all Fiddler on the Roofie.
Are they Hasidic? Right, Hasidic.
Is that
I
them?
love.
Religious, I don't know it.
What's-
Do they play violin?
I love the
Fiddle.
Jewlocks, whatever those are.
Oh, they're
the
called
Jewlocks.
Oh, these?
Payas.
The little Shirley Temple things?
Yeah, the Jewlocks. I love them.
They're
I like
super
I want to pull on them, but
Boing, boing, boing.
Listen, in East Hollywood there was this indoor swap meet that sold fake hair for, and then one of them
Oh.
was like a fake black girl curls thing, and so I bought 2 of them. And I
And
put them
just-
up, and it looks exactly like it. I wanted to wear them, and like
You just are coming. You can't come in here impersonating Jews.
I'm not saying I'm not. I wasn't gonna wear them today.
That's
but
got to be some sort of super sin.
I want to do like
especially on Sunday.
I would love to do Jew drag though. That'd be so cool to dress up like an Orthodox somebody, or I don't know. It
Well,
would
you
just be
should do
cool.
it because you can hang out with Jesus.
And that would be amazing. We could walk.
You could
hand
just
in
dress
hand
up like
down
Anne
Sunset.
Frank.
I don't want to dress
Too
up like
soon?
Anne Frank. No, not too soon. But
And
she's
then
just
come out of the attic instead of the closet. Hey, oh, stupid.
Zimmerman. Just kidding.
And
Who
then
needs
everyone
me?
just
She's
cries.
as funny. She's funny.
She is really, really funny. I'm jealous
Thank
of her.
you.
Slightly jealous of her.
Stop it.
One day, this is what I always think. I'm wearing shoes from Jeff Richards. Jeff Richards
Richards gave you
he
shoes.
gave me shoes. I was so excited when I got them, and then they just started smelling really, really bad. And so I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna still wear them all the time. Huh?
Did he?
That's why I gave him.
I don't know. He gave me a couple pairs of shoes. It's when you know what?
Because he bought one nice pair of shoes. He's like, don't need all these shoes anymore.
He did. He had a bag full of shoes, and I was like, do you have an extra pair of
I
shoes?
remember him buying.
Does he act like he's homeless so people will give him shoes?
You know
One-
what? One time he did tell me I don't have a place to sleep tonight, and it's like I know what that feels like. So I furiously ran around. I was like, "Hey, do you know? Do you have a couch to sleep on?"
What?
And he was totally joking around. I
has
felt
an
like such
apartment.
I know. I felt like such an idiot.
He was on Saturday Night Live.
I
He has a
know.
high rise.
It's
Come on.
Saturday Night Live. Sorry. I had dreams once.
That was a great
There's
moment.
an article called Top 5 Comedians Who Do Impressions.
Top 5.
Oh, he's a
comedians.
great impressionist. I'm actually featuring for him right now. Not featuring. I'm hosting this weekend with him
Flappers.
Where?
at Flappers. Yeah. And
Do you guys like flappers? Or tell your story, then I want to.
I love Flappers. They you know what I think is they're very friendly to new comedians. They give people a shot. I like them. I like them a lot.
You know what I don't like about Flappers is that they have such a huge menu of food, and
You
like,
can't decide.
And the thing is like, it's just I just don't know why I just don't like that. I like the Comedy Store because they have like 2 things you can get, and one of those things is gross and bad and will make you feel gross. So it's like you don't really have that. You know, you can only buy drinks and get maybe fries, and that's about it. So you have to focus on the comedy.
on the comedy, whereas like I guess with all the food.
If you get something that's so delicious, you're like, oh my god. Because you know what? Because I love food. I love eating
I
food.
don't think food at comedy stores is supposed to be good.
No,
It's
but you know what I
not, it's
think?
not.
I think the environment at Flappers is supposed to be more like a dinner theater kind of thing.
It's so bizarre.
Just because the area it's in, Burbank, I think there's like a lot of older people. You're not gonna get like the just super hip tour. No one's going like, oh, I'm visiting Hollywood. Let's go to Burbank.
Right.
Like, so they've kind of had to create a reputation with the people who live there.
Right.
And so they're like, well, we better have something to draw them in case.
It's in a.
I mean, the comedy should be enough, but just in case.
It's
but
in
like,
a shopping center, for the love of Pete. They have
Yeah.
children's parties there, which I would love to be at one of those. I want to like go to a
to do a children's like a children's show.
You know what? You know what?
Your act in a children's show. Like
I think it would be so fun because you know what?
that place would get shut down.
It would not. It would not. I'm really
That'd be
good.
fun to do a skit.
It would be fun to
It'd
do
be
a
cool
skit
to
for
do
kids.
something for like Children's Hospital, cancer kids.
That'd be really, really fun.
You know what? Linnea I can't remember her last
That's
name.
what I want to do.
She does
Did
she
you
has
do
this
kid
thing
stuff?
called comedy
It's
for
fun.
That's why
a
sorry.
causes for comedy for causes or something, and she organizes stuff like that.
What
I
she
can put you in
does?
touch with her.
Comedy for causes.
Yeah, and I think she does children's hospital stuff,
Really?
and I'll put you in touch with her. She's always looking for new.
Give her Ricky's stuff and
Definitely.
And then
I'll call you.
Yeah,
Her
and
name
then
is.
we can figure it out.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's Bernadette
I love kids so
Sanderson.
no, I
much.
know.
The thing is that here's the thing. I love kids, but I would never be able to like be a teacher or be something like that because if you're a teacher, you gotta like. Oh, you gotta teach them stuff. If you're just like a blah, hey kids.
Yeah,
I
I love kids too.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
the
really
I'm
fun.
the same because I work with kids during the day, but like I do PR for a school with like blind and physically handicapped, just handicapped children. But I've had to volunteer in the classroom when we're shorthanded. And my problem is that like I can't discipline kids. Like I don't know if I'll ever be able to have a kid because I'm like they're just so cute
right.
though. Like no, just keep smashing things. It's
Right.
so cute. And then I
That's-
just turn into one. I'm like, ah! And they're like, no, you can't do that. You have to teach. I'm like, no, more finger paint.
Yeah. How would you? That would be really hard to discipline a kid. Like, how would you
Yeah.
do it in like a tactful, cool way?
I don't know.
Be louder than them.
Just yell and make. I don't know because I grew up in
No,
a
you're
household where it was
stupid.
inappropriate
Okay,
disciplining.
this is a random thought. Of course, you're pink and you got pink nails, but you have that one random nail that seems to be going around Hollywood.
Right.
I just saw someone else do it.
Yeah,
I'm not trendy. I usually don't have my nails done. This is a poor reflection of who I am. I look like I do my nails and I
Cute.
work out all the time. I don't.
I'm waiting on a show, possibly, that I might be on. I don't know yet.
What's it all about? Tell us about
What,
Are
it.
the
you-
show?
are you allowed
I'm not
to?
talking about it because I don't know.
You don't
Oh,
want to
you
jinx
don't
it
know.
I
either.
don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
I
I don't
like
talk
your
about it.
nails.
Can I just be private once in a while? No,
You
but
can if
anyways,
you want.
No.
I
not in
like
Hollywood.
I like crazy stuff like green glitter and
Yeah.
so. But if I go on the show, I don't want to have to take the nail polish
So you're just
off.
keeping it
so
neutral.
I'm putting it neutral until
What do
I'm
your
in
toes look
neutral
like?
until like we shifted into gear.
What do your toes look like?
Red. Well, they look like Barney Rubble. Like could stop cars.
So cute. It's so cute.
I got Barney Rubbles, but
I have hobbit feet.
okay.
It's so gross.
But I wear red nail polish because I was told it's all about the power.
I like red. I like to wear red because it pops. It's kind of like makes a statement.
Okay, I
Although
think.
my toes, I think, are.
Oh wait, I have questions. How are we doing? We should get. Okay, cool. Okay. Wait, hold on. I know that
You have questions?
I do, and they're really, really stupid. So wait, hold on. I'm gonna try and do this.
Yay! Stupid question.
My favorite
time.
color is white.
Okay.
I
Oh,
have
shit.
a deaf kitty.
Did I do?
named
Okay,
Effie.
great. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for stupid question time.
Yay! Stupid question.
Okay, stupid question 1. What's the worst thing about being a woman?
Who's answering this?
Who are you
we'll
asking?
go. We'll
Who are
go.
you asking?
We'll go flip flop, flip flop, flip flop. Starting with Karla.
Really?
Yeah.
You want honesty?
Honesty, yes.
I don't know. I think maybe being a funny woman, I don't get taken serious enough. I think men, if a man says something, they believe it. They take it for exactly what he's saying. But when I say it, it's like it's like they don't listen.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good one. And also, I think.
I guess you can't be smart. I have to dumb it down.
No, yeah, you know what? Guys are really intimidated if you're too smart.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Like, oh my god, oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
I'm
like,
scared right now. My penis. It's like.
I mean, I still say having a period's the worst thing ever, which I hate being like,
Oh, okay.
period. But like,
period.
there's so much blood.
Oh
Okay.
God. Next question. What's the best thing about?
God.
What's the best thing about not being a man?
What?
What's the best thing about not being a man?
You know what I think it is for me is not having to censor my emotions because I'm worried about people Like, oh, you'll have to be a tough guy.
Oh, you're saying you can cry at any moment. And people
Yeah. And people still call me a pussy because I hang out with a bunch of comics, and they're like, knock it off, man up. And I'm like, I have a vagina.
What about boobs and dildos, though? Those are pretty sweet.
What?
She cut it
Boobs
fun of
and
me.
dildos are great.
Boobs and dildos are great.
To me,
Wait, about not being a man.
the best part about being a woman.
The best part
Well,
about being a woman. Yeah, but we would.
The best part
well,
about
Best part of being a woman
is not being a man.
Yeah.
The best part about being a lady is not being
Is I
a
can
guy
get whatever
with
I
a
can.
weenie. Okay, great. Okay,
Okay.
best. What about you?
Oh, you know what else is good about being a woman?
What?
If you
don't
want to
know.
have sex, you can always have sex.
I don't think so.
Guys have to make such an effort.
Ari?
No, I think so. You can
No,
don't.
see?
You don't have. You may not. You
Fuck
may have
her.
to lower your standards.
Nope, see,
But like
nothing.
as a woman, you
Not on
can
the
go.
couch.
You can go to a bar and be like, "Hi, I would like to fuck somebody," and you can. And guys are like scrambling.
It's
They're like,
Fine. I'm
a
gonna
guy
get
has
the
to be
t-shirt.
like a billionaire before like some women will even be like,
Wait.
"Oh,
Nope.
I guess I'll let you
I'm
take
gonna
me
get
out
the
to dinner."
t-shirt made then.
What is it?
Just fuck me.
That's adorable. Will it be a girly cut or will it be like a what kind of
It'll be a
t-shirt? Will it
slutty cut. No, I don't know. I gotta try.
Just a very
Just
plain
fuck
T-shirt.
me.
Just fuck me.
Just kidding.
You
And
should
then a
get-
tiny little heart.
No, I'm
Ding.
ding.
That'd be hot. Okay.
No, I'm a good girl.
Okay.
Anyway,
So now
go ahead.
we're gonna bust through these ones. Okay.
Bust.
Crunchy or chewy?
Crunchy.
Crunchy or chewy?
Both.
Both. Bloody or bruisey?
Oh, bloody.
Oh, bruisey.
Okay. Gay or lesbian?
Gay.
Gay. God, lesbians are so mean.
Black.
Sorry, lesbians.
Black or African American?
Black.
I don't know. Honky. No? Is that an option?
It is now.
Okay.
Soju or sake?
Oh, gosh, both.
I don't even know what soju is.
It's
It's R,
It's
but
Korean.
I thought you were just calling Ari names.
Soju.
No.
You are a soju, Ari.
Actually, sake's better because I like to put it in my beer.
Ugh,
The end.
Kids or career?
Career.
Love or sex?
Love, because we're girls.
Lisa Loeb or Tina Fey?
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey or Sarah Palin?
I'm stomping
Sarah
all over
Palin.
you. No. No. No.
Are you kidding?
Eyeliner or lip liner?
Wait, what was that one?
Eyeliner or lip liner?
Eyeliner.
Eyeliner.
Chode or Fechner?
Okay, that I don't know.
Okay.
Is Fechner another word for chode?
No.
What is a chode?
A chode is a
Oh my
short,
God.
fat dick. A Fechner is a long, skinny dick.
I thought a chode was the area between the
No,
butt.
that's a
Gooch.
your perineum.
I did meet a guy once, and he had like this, and then when he got hard, it was like this, and I was like, he's like, oh, should I get condoms? I'm like, thinking in my head, like, for what is gonna fit on?
So
Fat.
wait, a Fechner's long, thin.
Yes.
Oh,
But-
short and fat for sure.
Short and fat.
My G spot's only 2 inches in, right?
Okay, I don't know. I haven't tried it.
She pleads the fifth. Ugly baby or ugly dog?
Oh, ugly doggy.
Oh.
Ugly doggy.
Yeah, because ugly doggies can be so ugly they're cute. Kids
Yes.
can't.
No, you have to have plastic surgery. It's gonna cost a lot more.
Ooh, what was that? Drugs or alcohol?
Alcohol, if I had to choose.
Definitely booze, like wine.
I'm not a druggie.
Afro or cornrows?
Oh, afro, because cornrows. Well, yeah, afro.
That's tough. I guess afro.
Oh shit,
Afro.
It's natural.
afro.
Yeah.
Okay. Liquor or beer?
Oh.
Depends on the age.
Depends on what I want to
Depends
accomplish.
on when I was high school or now.
Okay. Cats or ferrets?
Cats.
Ferrets, because I'm allergic to cats.
Kitties. Wah, wah. Cats or ferrets. I
They're
mean,
cute. I mean, they're
There's no
both.
comparison.
There is kind of a little bit. One skinnier and longer and more.
What
You're a
is there-
dog person?
I know, me too.
Oh,
but
I mean,
have
yeah.
Your
If I had to
dogs?
choose, it's dogs for sure. I love dogs.
I love dogs, but I have 2 cats.
I'm a dog whisperer. I
Oh.
will talk to people's dogs and not acknowledge
Oh
them
my
on the
God.
street. I'm like,
I hate. You know what I hate so much about dogs are dogs that are huge, but they're also a baby, and it's like,
I
ugh,
love that.
I
love
can't
when
stand
a
those
big
dogs.
dog comes and sits on my lap and
Oh.
just
they're,
pushes me.
they're still young.
Because they're so stupid and they don't understand anything, and I just want to take a razor blade and kill them with a razor
Okay.
blade. I don't know why it's a
This
razor
is
blade.
really aggressive.
Okay, and the last question.
No.
Last question.
No.
If you were a smoothie, who would you ask to drink you and why?
Whoa. If I was a smoothie.
I don't know how to answer that.
Who would you ask to drink you?
Oh.
Probably
Ari?
someone I hate because I'd taste like shit.
Ari? Does he like smoothies?
Oh. Oh, and on that note, that was the end of Stupid questions. Okay, wait. I have one more question that is not stupid. But did you guys know that Magic Mike is becoming a Broadway play?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Of course it would.
Okay. Will you guys go with me
To Broadway?
to go watch?
You know what? I just didn't
shit.
really like the plot.
Is that the Little Bow Wow movie?
You know, Magic Mike about the.
It's a strippers.
It's about the stripper.
They may
movies?
come here for auditions. Use your stripper pole.
They're going to probably do a tour, and the tour will come to the Pantages.
I hope so.
I can't be in a live room with that many naked men.
Why?
Are they going to be arrested?
Are they going to be naked?
I got thrown out of Chippendales.
You got thrown out of Chippendales.
Well, I rushed the stage.
Are they going to be naked?
They're not.
It had
They're
been
gonna
a
have
while.
just like panties.
It was
and
a
stuff
rough
on.
weekend. And they were only bringing up bachelorettes, and I got pissed. And I was like, no, I'm taking that stage. I'm grabbing a wiener.
And then they kicked you out.
Yeah. I'm banned.
I don't like to see those kind of shows.
Why?
Because half the dudes are gay anyway.
True.
And they're all greased up. And then these horrible underwear that I'm like, that's not attractive. And they're parading around, and these horrible women, most of them are like big old fat nasty girls. Sorry, girls. Whoa. What? I mean, they're just shoving bills down your panties. Even in West Hollywood.
Right.
I don't like to do that. My friends think it's hilarious. Just do it, and they give me $1, and they shove my hand
Oh,
in there.
my
But
God.
if you go to the big productions, they're like on a stage, you're far away, you're not like
No,
grabbing.
it's gross.
It's so fun though. Oh my God.
No, I
went
just
to-
think it's gross. Put your clothes
I was
on.
fine, and
That's
I
just
was
me.
like, this is whatever,
No, it's just
until
weird.
they cut to this scene. I don't know if it's cutting to a scene, but it's like a live show. And then all of a sudden they turn the lights on, and this one man on a bed, and he's just like humping, but his body's doing like that worm, like he's just like boom. And I was like, oh, and I hadn't had sex in such a long time, and I was like, oh my God, I need help. I'm drowning from my vagina.
Did you come?
I did, in my own pants.
That's wild.
What's a long time for me? At that point, it had been like 8 months.
That's a long time for.
That's a super long time.
That's a long time, especially for somebody that can get sex whenever they want.
Yeah, that I could.
Yeah,
I have to
exactly.
like try
That's
to
where it
not be a
comes
whore.
out.
You know who almost came here today? Let me tell you guys. 'Cause
Speaking of coming,
I'm
yes?
speaking of coming, who almost came here today? Okay, so I met these two guys at a gay bar.
Mm-hmm.
That they were strippers, and I went with, they were strippers. They were like in a gay bar stripping, but they were straight boys.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I've
There
heard
are
that.
there are some of those too.
Yes, I'm trying to get them over there. And the thing is that they were so weird because I went.
Were
with
they
these-
at what's that place
It's
on
a-
the corner?
They were at
coffee
this place
shop.
called the Fault Line.
Oh, they're at Fault Line?
Yeah, they were at the Fault Line.
Ew, Fault Line's even
Fault Line is so
gross.
amazing, man.
I
I
don't
love
know.
it. The Fault Line is like a leather bar, but it's
Yeah.
like a pale comparison to a leather bar. Like
They
a
have
San
porn on the
Francisco-
TV.
They have play porn
everywhere.
all.
Oh, I can't go there.
It's just so ridiculously crazy.
Every time I go there, I feel dirty. I have to go to church twice.
Ugh. And luckily, there's so many.
It's gay porn.
Oh,
of
gay
course.
porn? That does nothing for me.
Sometimes they have art films and stuff that they show there, but
But they
it's
got cheap
usually,
beer.
They have really cheap beer.
Oh,
And
well, I can go there.
the only thing is they don't sell their beer in a pitcher, which kind of sucks. Anyways,
But
but
in
they were the
glass.
really, really hot straight guys, and I was like, for the love of God, they were really. And the one I called, who didn't call me back, he's like, "Hey, can I bring my girlfriend?" I was like, "Yes, please bring your girlfriend. That'd be so hot." Because I would love to hear what I was like. How do you feel about your boyfriend getting groped? 'Cause this boy, when I got his phone number, he had hundreds of $100 bills inside of his G-string or his jockstrap.
And he's
No, I
not
know.
a little bit gay.
Well, I mean, you kind of, you know what?
I don't know. Let's ask Ari.
I would do it if I got hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, I mean,
You would
know,
let guys rub up and down on your leg.
not
and
rub up
stick-
and down.
They're
grab,
totally going to grab your
and
dick.
stick-
grab your cock and
Yeah.
balls and jerk your cock and balls off
I didn't know that.
for
Not-
$1.
Not jerk it off.
This is what
They
I
don't
did.
jerk it off.
This is what I. Okay, this is how silly and how crazy.
They don't jerk it off.
Yes, I did.
Where?
Let me
Yes,
tell
I
you.
did. Of course
At
you
the
did.
Fault Line,
At
you
the
probably
fault
did.
line, of course, not over here in West Hollywood.
No,
You're
the
not going
Fault
to do
Line
it in
is
West
a
Hollywood.
little bit seedier.
The fault line is great CD. It's so
It's
great.
dirty.
But you can't. Here's the worst thing is that
What?
there's no public sex there. There's nothing that happens. there
Here's
like
the
that.
worst thing. There's no public sex
It's
there.
true. I'm just.
You
saying.
are disgusting, Ricky.
But
Lou.
I know
I'm
of a
just
place
saying.
if you want to find.
Where is it?
Oh, I'll
you
show
know
you.
everything. You know,
I know.
all the
You
underground
can't
things.
suck a dick in front of
I
everybody,
do.
so I don't know what the
Over
point
by-
is.
You know what?
Okay, I'm
Maybe
gonna tell you where it's at.
I was raised differently. Go
Wait,
ahead.
where is the
It's-
public sex place?
Beverly Boulevard,
Okay.
past Vermont, going towards downtown.
Okay.
There's the Ambassador Cat Hotel.
Okay.
In the parking lot of that hotel
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
is a scary ass brothel for men.
Really?
A bathhouse? Is that what that is?
It's a red light when you walk in. Because I'm curious about stuff when I see that. Because I'm like, whoa,
I need to go there.
it's
How
scary.
do people find out?
I
about
love
that?
things like that.
Worried about STD?
Here's the thing
Yeah,
about
are you worried
STD.
about AIDS
is-
or herpes? or...
Here's the thing about it is that I don't worry about those things. I mean, I don't worry about
Oh,
those
Ricky,
things.
you should really worry.
I mean, I don't
You-
engage
do
in
you
like,
wrap it up?
in the utmost of
You wrap it up. We're about to wrap it
That
up.
means
We're
no.
about to
You're,
wrap it up.
you're stuttering.
Too much for me.
Here's the thing: is that we'll talk about this next time because
Okay.
We're out of time.
We're out
If
of
Ricky
time right
doesn't
now.
die of HIV by next week,
No.
we will discuss this.
I just think when I see stuff like that, I have to like investigate it, and then I have
It's
to ask
so fun.
questions,
Right.
and then I want to go in there, but I can't because I'm a female.
Yes.
So I kind of want to like get a
Scope it out.
mustache and get a beard.
Should
and
we just go
disguise-
in there and like and ask questions in drag?
You can.
Should we wear?
You guys want to do
mustaches?
that?
Oh my god, it would be cool, but you have to pay to get in.
Yeah, but are they
And
like
you wait.
sex slaves? What if
No,
they like
you sit on this
grab you
bench,
for
'cause I
sex
was-
trade?
Oh my
I
God,
was
you
peeking
were-
through the fence.
You are so cute.
And they were like sitting on these benches just waiting to get picked up. It was kind of gross, but it's weird. But hey, you know what?
And then
Gay
you go in a
men-
dark room and you
gay
just
men
lay
are-
there.
Gay
and
men
someone
just
comes
guys
along
want
and
it
fucks you.
anyways.
Man, let me tell you,
But
I've seen some shit in San Francisco.
Gay men just want to get it all the time.
That's
Well,
how
I think guys just want to get it all the time. So if
Well,
you're gay, you have the benefit of like
this is
Yeah,
why I
because
think
that's
other
why-
guys want to get it all
this
the
is
time.
why I
That's my
think
stall.
heterosexual people hate us sometimes
No.
because it's like not women but just some of the men because you know what, men get so frustrated by women, but gay guys can get it. We can get it whenever we want. Essentially, I mean, it's really bottom
In the
shelf.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I mean, like
wherever.
I think I have a pretty high sex drive. I just don't.
Right.
I guess
But you
not
also-
all women don't. All women don't have that, and it's like I'm not just sleeping with anybody.
It's
so I
true,
guess
and you have a certain See, I have.
I have
like,
standards.
Yeah,
I'm
you
still
have
waiting for the
standards.
casting couch. Nobody wants me.
Bow chicka wow wow. It's
And-
right behind you, baby.
There's two of them. Ari's
sorry.
such a pimp. He needs 2 couches.
That's why he's wearing his sweatpants.
You should have saw him. He just came up. There was a little spot on his pants. when he-
Boner
kidding.
town.
What?
Just kidding. Anyways, these donuts are here too, you
Again.
guys. So you guys should eat these donuts because I don't want to take them.
Eat a donut off his dick. Eat
Okay,
a donut off
well-
his dick.
Well, that has been the funnest first
That's my fantasy.
Pod.
podcast.
We did it.
Yeah.
We're a No Name Podcast.
High
Ow.
five. How? So, hold on, wait. I have exit music.
Exit music.
On next week's podcast, we're gonna have psychic Joey Herman reading and telling us fortunes, and
God, a
then
psychic?
yeah,
Is he really?
he's gonna be a psychic.
I want to be here.
You want to be here?
He's gonna be a psychic.
I don't
He's
have
like
to
an
be
open
on.
mic psychic.
I can bring
Wait.
my own mic.
You
I mean,
can. Well, we can figure it. We can figure it out.
Yeah, we need producer Ari at least.
and
too.
we can.
I'll
fi-
bring have Mike will travel. Go ahead.
Oh wait, I want to hear. Play the other-
Wait, he's a psychic, or you said he's going to be a psychic?
He is a psychic. His name is Joey Herman.
Oh my gosh.
He teaches a bunch of classes. He tried to get me to come to his. He tried to get me to come to his class this weekend, but it wasn't so. On the 9th.
I can't wait.
Okay,
He's
I wanna
gonna
do
read
it.
Our things.
He's gonna. We're gonna. I'm gonna
I
make
want
him.
to. No, totally.
You can come here.
Oh my gosh.
It would be so great.
And
to
then
ha-
we can just bleep it out what we don't want the public to know. Like Ari's secretly in love with me. I mean,
Oh, and we're gonna get to the bottom of that
Oh my
next
God.
week. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Oh wait. Oh no. Sorry. Last thing. Okay. How can we get in contact with you? How can we follow you on Twitter? Carla, go.
at you want to do it? At Karla Guy at KarlaGuy on Twitter. And my website's karlaguy.com.
Woo.
You can follow me on Twitter at JMSComedy and Facebook.com/Jessica Michelle Singleton.
Woo! And you can follow me at Ricky Luna Lives, and on Facebook it's Ricky Luna Margaret Cholo. All right.
Hello.
And wait, hold on. Plug the thing, Ari.
AriMannis.com, 2 N's on Mannis, and StandUpTalk.com, which you already had if you're listening to this.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye bye.